So no time for the normal blabbering intro because I just took a laxative and I want to get through this video without having to go poop. So today, the Superstar X Factors have been leaked. The good guys over at Madden School, once again, 2 straight videos because the good guys at Madden School have the balls to post leaked information. So today, they have released all the Superstar X Factors in Madden 21 and all of the Superstar abilities in Madden 21. The new ones, the old ones, we get to see what players have which X Factors. Just gonna go over it really quickly today, give my scientific analysis. I need a lab coat. We might be getting a lab coat soon. Really quick, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new, because if and only if we do hit 600k subscribers by the launch of Madden 21, we're going to be giving away a total of 10 copies of Madden 21 to the viewers, to the subscribers. 5 on Xbox One, 5 on PlayStation 4. If and only if we do it 600k by the launch of Madden 21. So make sure to take that millisecond that it does take to click that subscription button if you haven't. With that said, science! So once again, shout out to Madden School for being the good men. Now I do want to say there's so many superstar abilities and X Factors in this game that I'm really only going to read them and go over the new ones because it would take 5 hours. And this laxative is not going to stay in my system without making me poop for 5 hours. So we're only going to go over the new ones and talk about those. Now first of all, going to go over the Superstar X Factors for Madden 21 quarterbacks. Now, Pro Reads was in the game last year. Players who have the ability this year, Tom Brady and Drew Brees. Now, Bazooka, we all know what Bazooka is. Throw the ball a million yards. Crazy enough, Patrick Mahomes is the only player to have Bazooka, but yet he doesn't have the highest throw power in Madden 21. Josh Allen does somehow. And why he's the only person to have Bazooka, which just, they stupid. Anyways, Gambler, once again, Superstar X Factor that was in the game last year for quarterbacks and the only player to have the ability this year at the start of Madden 21. Keep in mind, too, these abilities can change throughout the year. They can add new ones, take away abilities from some players, X Factors away from some players, give them to some players. So this isn't going to be the list the entire year, but this is just the initial list for Madden 21. It could even potentially change from now to the initial launch of Madden 21. But Aaron Rodgers is the only quarterback to have Gambler. Now here we are. The first new ability in Madden 21, new X Factor ability, that is Truz, and it's basically when they enter the zone, they can't fumble. Lamar Jackson is the only one to have that. I think it's pretty cool too because he's probably going to be the only one to have this X Factor ability because it's kind of like nicknamed after him, but I think it's super cool. Blitz Radar, the same old from last year. The only player that had this ability is Russell Wilson. So really, the only new X Factor for quarterbacks I see so far is Truz. I think the rest of them are the same, so there's only a few. Now moving on to the quarterback, just regular superstar abilities, which honestly the superstar abilities are more important than the X Factors because the abilities are active the entire game. X Factor, you have to get into the zone, but the abilities are super crazy. Now Fearless, once again, that was in the game last year. Tom Brady, Drew Brees, and Matt Ryan have those. Hot Route Master gives you extra hot routes, which is super OP. Tom Brady, the only one to have it at the beginning of the year. Set feet lead. I don't know if this is new, but Tom Brady does have this. He has increased throw power on bullet precision passes while their feet are set. So that might be old. Like it's gonna, I'm dumb. So some of these I might go over even if they were in the game last year. But no conductor was in the game last year. Tom Brady does have this one. Escape Artist, which is literally the most important ability in the entire game, bar none, like by far. Basically, if you don't have Escape Artist, you could have 99 speed at quarterback and you still couldn't be a sufficient scrambler. But the ones that do have Escape Artist, Kyler Murray, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson, and Russell Wilson. So Patrick Mahomes this year with his 99 overall and all the other abilities that he has with Escape Artist, he is going to be mental. Now, Quick Draw. Pretty sure this is a new one. Passers with this ability have faster throwing animations when under pressure. Like I think that was it was ability last year, but it was named different. I could be wrong. Once again, I might go over some that are old. But Quick Draw, players who have this, Kyler Murray, Carson Wentz, and Lamar Jackson. Once again, let me know in the comment section below if you see any abilities for players that should have them. Like, for example, do you think like Josh Allen should have Bazooka? Dashing Deadeye, same as last year. Passers with this ability have perfect accuracy on all throws under 40 yards while running outside the pocket. Mahomes and Aaron Rodgers has that. Red Zone Deadeye, once again, same old from last year. Perfect accuracy on all unpressured throws in the red zone. Patrick Mahomes and Drew Brees do have that. No Look Deadeye, same as last year. Now, I'm pretty sure Comeback is new. Like, it might have been an ability last year, but it's at least named different. Passers with this ability have extended range on all unpressured precision passing from the pocket, except on high and low throws. Patrick Mahomes is the only one to have that. Now, Anchored Extender, another one I'm pretty sure. I think this was something last year, but it was an X Factor. It says passers with this ability are almost guaranteed to break the first sack attempt by a blitzing defensive back. Maybe it's not because Brick Wall is any defender. So Dak Prescott is the only quarterback to have this one. Gutsy Scrambler, passers with this ability are immune to throw penalties caused by defensive pressure while on the run. Now here's Sideline Deadeye. perfect accuracy on all throws outside the numbers. Carson Wentz is the only one to have this one. Sleight of hand, passers with this ability have a higher chance of success on pump fakes and double moves. Matt Ryan has that one. Pass lead elite, they have increased throw power on bullet precision passes. Aaron Rodgers is the only one to have this one. Roaming Deadeye, same as last year. Players that have this, Aaron Rodgers and Deshaun Watson. Gunslinger, they have faster passing animations, increased velocity on bullet passes, an extremely OP ability to have. Aaron Rodgers, the only one to have that. Now, fast break, they had that last year. Faster on quarterback design runs, better responsiveness. And Lamar Jackson, he has this one. Now, tight end, I think is new. Passers with this ability improve the catching prowess of all tight ends who are open on pass plays. Lamar Jackson has that. Reason being, he throws the tight ends like 95% of the time. Lofting Deadeye, passers with this ability have perfect accuracy on all lob or touch passes. Drew Brees has that one. Indoor Baller. This was the same as last year. Safety valve, passers with this ability improve the catch rating for all running backs who are open on pass plays. Drew Brees has that. Now, clutch, midway through the fourth quarter in close games, players with this ability can easily enter and remain in the zone. Tom Brady, Russell Wilson have this one. Agile extender, Jesus Christ, dog. This is only quarterbacks. We haven't got through freaking quarterbacks yet. Agile extender, while in the pocket, passers with this ability are almost guaranteed to evade the first sack attempt by a blitzing defensive back. Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson have that. Jukebox, ball carriers with this ability have steerable juke animation, so that's an extremely OP one too. Lamar Jackson has it. Long range Deadeye, same as last year. Russell Wilson, the only one to have this one. Dog, I can't go over every ability or this video is going to turn into a movie. So I think at this point, the quarterback abilities are more than likely the most important in the entire game. I think from now on, I'm only going to go over the new ones or this will turn into a movie. Running back X Factors, first one free, freight train, and ankle breaker. I'm pretty sure ankle breaker is a little different and a little new. Truly devastating receiving threats are the ones that catch and can't be caught. When they enter the zone, they have increased fake out rates on spin, juke, hurdle after the catch, which is super sick to have for a running back. Now, running back abilities, balance beam is definitely a new one. Avoiding stumbling when carrying the football. Reach for it. Ball carriers with this ability will frequently attempt to gain extra yards while being tackled. It's a real life thing, so obviously that should be a case in Madden. Kind of saw a lot of that in the first gameplay reveal trailer, so that's something they're really showing off this year, but apparently you have to have ability to do that. Pretty sure tank is new. Ball carriers with this ability will break almost any hit stick tackle attempts made on them. Nasty streak is definitely new. Blockers with this ability will frequently attempt and win impact blocks against linebackers and defensive backs when playing as a lineman or fullback. So I guess they just threw in a fullback ability into running back category, and the only player to have that is Kyle Juszczyk, which makes sense. Now we're down to wide receiver and tight end X factors. Double me is the same, rack 'em up's the same, max security is the same, yak 'em up I think is different. The best physical receivers don't just come down with the ball, they carry it home. When they enter the zone, they are nearly guaranteed to break their first poach catch tackle, and the only one to have that's George freaking Kittle. Now it's the same old in terms of abilities until we get to grab and go. Once again, if I go over some old ones, I apologize. I think it's new. After securing a catch, ball carriers with this ability can quickly shift momentum, change direction, and turn corner without sacrificing speed, which is super sick. Stephon Diggs, Odell Beckham Jr., and Tyreek Hill all have that one. And one thing that I have noticed too is a lot of the wide receivers in a lot of positions now have overlapping abilities, where last year there were some abilities that only running backs can get and wide receivers couldn't, but this year they're kind of available to the wide receivers and tight ends now, and kind of vice versa. Now on to the offensive lineman superstar abilities. So we're almost done with the offensive abilities. So they don't have any X factors. That's stupid. Like, there should be X factor abilities for offensive linemen too, I think. Anyways, they have all day. Blockers with this ability will allow less frequent shed attempts by their block target. That does sound new. Mitchell Schwartz, Tyron Smith, and David Bakhtiari all have that. Screen protector. Blockers with this ability will dominantly win impact blocks on screen plays. Zach Martin, Jason Kelce, and Trent Williams have that one. Post up. Blockers with this ability are almost guaranteed to win any double team block they're engaged in. Zach Martin, Brandon Brooks, Trent Brown, and Brandon Scherf all have that one. Now, a lot of these for the offensive linemen do seem new. Nasty streak. Blockers with this ability will frequently attempt to win impact blocks against linebackers and defensive backs when playing as a lineman or fullback. Now, Quentin Nelson, Lane Johnson, and Trent Brown have that one. Oh, God, there's a ton of them. Unspun. Blockers with this ability defend against spin pass rush moves as if they had an additional resistance point. Andrew Whitworth, the only one with this one. Lifeguard. Blockers with this ability defend against swim/club pass rush moves as if they had an additional resistance point. Brandon Brooks and Ronnie Staley have that one. It's definitely Ronnie Stanley, so I don't know where Staley come from. It's like Joe Staley and Ronnie Stanley combined into one. Now the next one, I love the name of this one, Tough Nut. Blockers with this ability have an increased number of blocker resistance points. Tron Armstead has that one. Polar Elite. Blockers with this ability will frequently attempt and win pull blocks. Quentin Nelson, David DeCastro have that. Matador. Blockers with this ability have stronger protection against bull rush moves attempted by defenders. Rodney Hunter, Brandon Scherf have that one. There are so many goddamn offensive line abilities. I'm about to have an aneurysm. Tear proof. Blockers with this ability defend against tip or rip pass rush moves as if they had an additional resistance point. David DeCastro with that one. Fool me once. Blockers with this ability gain blocker resistance points at a faster rate. Lane Johnson and Ryan Ramczyk have that. Natural talent. Blockers with this ability start every new blocking encounter with built-in resistance. Jason Kelsey has that one. So as we can tell, there's a lot of goddamn new offensive lineman abilities. Jesus Christ. Like, there might be like 4 or 5 new ones combined in every other offensive position, aside from offensive linemen. But get the offensive linemen, like, dog, every single one of them was freaking new. Now, thank God the defensive X-Factor ability is a little bit more just easy to read, as we have Unstoppable Force, which is, once again, from last year. You see the players who have that one. Fearmonger, once again, same as last year. Von Miller, Fletcher Cox have that. Relentless, it may be new. The most tenacious defenders beat their blocks by sheer force of will. When they enter the zone, their rush moves attempts are free. Chandler Jones, Nick Bosa, TJ Watt have that one. Reinforcement, same as last year. Derwin James and Harrison Smith has this. Keep in mind, this is all the X-Factor abilities, not like the first part of the article where they're broke down by positions. Now, Avalanche, I know for sure, is a new one, and it seems insane. And keep in mind, it's an X-Factor ability, but still, it says there are tacklers, then they're guys like this. When they enter the zone, any successful hit stick made while running towards the line of scrimmage will result in a fumble. That is insane. Like 100%, if this is made, like it's a fumble every time. So Jamal Adams and Bobby Wagner are going to be so OP. Blitz, like that sounds new. Effective D lineman captains aren't just examples to follow, they are motivators. So all opposing blockers have their resistance bar wiped out. I think that's new just because there really wasn't like resistance bars last year. So it's like a new ability. Aaron Donald has that. Run stuffer is the same. Momentum shift is the same. Shutdown is also the same, so is Zone Hawk. Bottleneck sounds new, is the last new X Factor on defense. Bottleneck defenders realize that the best way to stop a route is to act early. When they enter the zone, they are highly likely, to dominantly win any man press encounter. Jalen Ramsey, the only one with that one. Now, there's so many defensive superstar abilities. Swim Club is new. Defenders with this ability will ignore 1 bar of blocker resistance when attempting swim/club pass rush moves. Bosa, Marcus Lawrence, Eric Armstead, and J.J. Watt all have that one. No Outsiders is the same one from last year, so who has that. Bogo, for sure a new one. Defenders with this ability are granted a free pass rush move once per play after spinning a pass rush point. I still don't completely understand the whole point system when it comes to pass rushing and like your offensive linemen. I'll obviously be able to learn more when I get to play the game, but it just kind of seemed a little complex with all these goddamn different abilities, like counteracting each point. Like, it's wild. Like, I never watch a football game and see points underneath the players' bodies. It's wild. Shaquille Barrett and Josh Allen have that one. Run stopper is the same. Inside stuff the same. Edge threader elite the same. Instant rebate, that's for sure new. Defenders with this ability are refunded a pass rush point when they successfully shed blocks Kenny Clark and Cameron Jordan. El Toro, defenders with this ability will receiver dominant, that doesn't sound right, dominant bull rush wins when their pass rush points are full. So that is pretty OP. Myles Garrett, Chris Jones, DeForest Buckner, Fletcher Cox, Grady Jarrett, Aaron Donald, and J.J. Watt all have that one. Speedster also sounds a little new. Defenders with this ability will ignore 1 bar of blocker resistance when attempting speed pass rush moves. Nick Bosa, Daniel Hunter. Like I said, dudes, like it seems like there's so many new abilities just because of the whole like blocker resistance point thing. Like, it's weird. Now, extra credit, like we're in grade school here, 5th grade math class. Pass rushers with this ability are granted an additional maximum pass rush move point, more points. Nick Bosa, Danielle Hunter have that one. Strip specialists, they can still tackle effectively while trying to strip the football. That could possibly be in Madden 20. Khalil Mack, Myles Garrett, Shaquille Barrett, Chandler Jones, TJ Watt all have that one. Unpredictable. Sounds new, I think. Defenders with this ability are less likely to increase their block resistance bars when performing shed wins. Cameron Hayward has that one. So it's like it's a lot, like I said, like all the abilities that are new is just have something to do with freaking points. Ripper, that is new. Oh, there it is again. God dang bars and points. Defenders with this ability will ignore one bar of blocker resistance when attempting rip pass rush moves. Like, all this stuff is god dang freaking complicated. Goal line stuff the same. Secure tackle the same. Defensive rally. Defenders with this ability will grant a bonus pass rush point to all defensive linemen on any third or fourth down. Eric Armstead has that one. Adrenaline rush, which is what happens to me half the time. I'm not going to go there. Pass rushers with this ability will have all the pass rush move points restored after sacking the quarterback. Von Miller has that one. Out of my way, same as last year. Mr. Big Stop. Defenders with this ability will start third or fourth downs with at least half of their maximum pass rush points. So Darius Smith. Lurkers the same. Outmatched defenders with this ability are highly likely to win contested catches against running backs. Fred Warner has that. That could be new. Tackle Supreme is the same. Short route KO. Defenders with this ability force more catch tackle knockouts and man-to-man versus short routes less than 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. Chris Harris, Tyrann Mathieu, Jair Alexander, Marlon Humphrey. Medium route, it's the same thing as the last one, but it's 10 to 20 yards. And same thing, deep route KO, 20 yards, but over 20 yards that is. God dang, dude, how many freaking KO abilities are there? This one says inside the numbers and 10 to 20 outside. Like, you god dang get the point. You freaking god dang get the god dang point. Acrobat, that's the same as last year, one step ahead. This could be new. Defenders with this ability generally react much faster to receiver cut moves when in man coverage. Stephon Gilmore and Jalen Ramsey. Pick artist the same. Bench press. Defenders with this ability apply bonus fatigue to their main coverage target after a successful press win. Jalen Ramsey. Chuck out. Defenders with this ability slow down their target after a successful zone chuck. Byron Jones, Richard Sherman has that. Stonewall. Defenders with this ability will frequently prevent additional yardage gains while tackling. Buda Baker, Jamal Adams, Earl Thomas, Harrison Smith, Tip Drill the same, Unfakeable the same, Lumberjack is new. Defenders with this ability do not allow broken tackles and cause more fumbles when cut sticking ball carriers. Derwin James has that. Enforcers the same. Now we have kicker and punter superstar abilities. Let's go! Woo! Kickers and punters, they matter. Kickers with this ability experience a slower kicking meter for better power and accuracy. I think that was the same as last year. Josh Lambo and Johnny Hecker have that one. Clutch kicker. This kicker is immune to ice the kicker effect that occurs when the opponent calls timeouts in critical situations. Justin Tucker. There's also X Factor abilities that no current player has. High-low Deadeye, Running Gun, Brick Wall, Omaha Moss, Wrecking Ball, Grab and Smash, Vanguard, Selfless, Universal Coverage, and then just regular abilities that no player has. Homer, Protected Human Joystick, and that is that. Unfortunately, they did take out the freaking goddamn film study, which I was so happy about. But now, I'm not happy. Number one, I'm not happy because of that. Number two, I've got to poop bad.